So Taki's just checking in with Beth, seeing how her project's done, and she said, I'm done, but I still want to paint. My grandson, he took your class at the camp. So my grandson knows you well.
Oh, really?
My grandson, his name is Lal.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Summer
Okay.
camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice. Hey, Beth. Yeah. So Saul, I remember. Uh-huh. Very familiar.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't have all the details, but yeah, he remembers that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
And Adele,
mhm.
Adele is his mom.
Oh, good.
She's so busy, sometimes she doesn't have time to do the art projects. And that's probably part of my fault as well, keeping them so busy.
So November 21st, if you look
Okay, okay.
on the Dyers Center, if you look under that NTIDR and slash RIT, November 21st, it's an evening event. I will be giving a lesson on art. So come take a look.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't memorize that date. Can you say it again? I'm gonna
Yeah,
write
write
it
it
down.
down.
When is it?
So
October?
November 21st.
Oh, November. Oh,
I think it's at 7 p.m. So you have to sign up under the NTID RIT Dyer DYER. Mm-hmm.
Dyer.
And then S Dyer's Art
Hmm.
Center. So Dyer's Art Center, November 21st.
Oh, wow. Okay. And anybody can go. Okay. So I'm gonna go back and focus on my project now. Um, I am almost finished. I am just gonna paint a little bit more about for my art project. Because again, growing up, the reason I had a really strong connection with, you know, teaching children when I was growing up, and
Mm-hmm.
my grandchildren. But I love teaching,
Mm-hmm.
and I have a wonderful family, and we have great communication access.
Oh, wow.
And I have a hearing child, but they never left me out of communication growing up. She learned sign, and even in school, I mean, it was such a long time ago. I mean,
Right.
back before interpreters were provided and weren't available. And they weren't in the front of the classroom.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, about at the age of 9, started learning sign language. And we didn't use the sign color up here. We used the sign
Mm-hmm.
color on our hand. So we
Uh-huh.
have different
Right.
signs. Hmm.
Very different.
Yes. And so I never really learned. I mean, I could lip read pretty well, um, but I really wanted to understand sign language. I thought that it was very important to have our eyes, be because I'm very visual. So, setting up something. So, like, I have my eye here. And so the
Mm-hmm.
eye
Oh,
is,
wow.
and that way it's like I can see, I'm
Mm-hmm.
visual. And so if I can see, I can understand. And so that's why I have the light bulb here.
Oh, look at you. I
And I
love
have a
that.
heart as well, just because I love sign language. So I have the heart with the hands
Mm-hmm.
that are signing. So yeah, that's my
Mm-hmm. Oh,
project.
I like that. Great job.
I'm going to paint it and then I'm going to probably put it up on my wall. And I am kind of lazy. I probably won't frame it because then I have to dust that frame.
Right. You're gonna have
So
to clean it.
that's why I may not. But I do use this to clean my other art.
Ooh, pipe cleaners. Nice. Very cool.
And so I'm going to put some of those around here. Oh, no, no. Oh, oh, hold on. I can't see. Let me see here. Okay. So the pipe cleaners I'm going to use on here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Now, do you know
Oh, yeah,
those
the
you
Swiffer.
can wipe that away super easily.
Yeah, with a Swiffer.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, it's so
You,
nice to meet you.
you too, Beth.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and continue with my project here.
Keep being artsy.
So beautiful. I love art. And now you know who I am.
Sounds good. And you are beautiful. Yes. Jane, that's gorgeous. Wow. I love that. Wow. Look at you.
Wow, that's beautiful, Beth saying.
That's gorgeous.
Oh, it's so big. Wait, Jane, put it back. I want to take a picture. Jane, I want to see it. Make it bigger.
Susan? Susan, Susan, can we get Susan's attention to try and spotlight Jane's artwork? If anyone from the group leading this activity wants to reach out to Susan to get her to spotlight.
Susan.
Hey, Susan. I was writing, sorry.
So
So
we're
to
getting
wrap
ready to wrap up. Go ahead.
yeah, we're going to go ahead and wrap things up. I want to make sure that we can get pictures of everyone's artwork. I mean, obviously there's some copyright issues, but please feel free to post this on Black Devia on their page, if that's okay. Give me 1 second. I'm looking at the time and it's going to be 10 o'clock. I do need to sign off. Okay. Thank you so much for letting me be here. Thank you. It was great.
Hello. Oh, so beautiful. Taki had to leave because she's in a different time zone. She's on the East Coast. And so they're 3 hours later than we are. So she had to leave. But now what we're going to do is we're going to ask all of the participants, we'd like to take a photo of your work so that we can send it to her so she can see all the beautiful work that we made. All right. Thank you so much. This was so wonderful. I really appreciate all of you guys attending, participating. Yay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Keep in touch, Taki. Thank you so much. Jane, this is Beth. Jane. Can you see me? Oh, you have such good eyes. Every time everybody moves around on the screen, I lose them and then I can't see where they're at. But you have good eyes. You can like catch and see where we are, even as they're moving, the pictures are moving around on the screen.
Yeah, what's up?
Okay, so Jane, yours is so beautiful. It is so beautiful. My drawing is not finished yet because I still want to paint it. But the reason is, I mean, just really short, Jane, but you know my history and you know my background. And so I kind of explain the background of my picture here.
Yes. Wow. Okay.
I want to pop up. I want to be big on the screen.
No, you're fine. Don't worry about that. We can see you.
So the reason that I have these here, yes, the light bulbs and the hand.
Oh, cool. Oh, like paw, like finally. Ooh, like, light bulb, got it. The idea of understanding. Oh, I like the heart and the I love yous.
And sign language, it helps so much. I didn't want to put, a mouth for lip reading. I don't have any problem with that. But I mean, it has its pros and cons. That's a separate conversation. Because growing up, I grew up oral and I lip read and I did speech. But again, pros and cons for that type of communication. But what I think is most important is the eyes being visual and absorbing so much information visually and just understanding those light bulbs just represent understanding, like the light just popped on when you understand. And so that's why I had the light bulb there. But I didn't want to do, and I have a big eye, a huge eye, because that's where knowledge comes in for deaf people. That's where understanding comes through, is through the eyes. The number one thing, that's the first thing that we learn through, is through our eyes. All visual.
That's how we see the world.
Yes, I mean, as soon as we're born, we can start using sign language. It doesn't matter if you're hearing or deaf. People don't really be able to say that that sound until the age of like 5. So anyways, that's the idea behind my painting here.
Wow, very cool. Great. That's beautiful, Beth.
And Susan's saying, oh, that is so beautiful. Beautiful. And I'm going to paint it. Yes, Susan, I will take a picture and send it to you after I paint it, of course.
Please do.
Okay.
Yeah, so mine, it's a little bit mixed medium here. I've got 2 eyes. One of the irises is from an egg carton, obviously because it's important to pay attention. Think about color. Take in information.
Oh, that's so cool. Yes, Susan saying.
Yeah, it's red. I wanted it to be black, but we're not blind. There's no veil here. We can see everything endlessly.
Oh, it's a good idea.
And then we've got a golden eye with a green iris. Basically, that pupil is huge and bigger because you're not going to fool me, right? Nothing's going to get past me because I can see everything that's going on. And deaf people are so visual. We can see through a lot of things. We are not blind by any means.
Oh, Beth saying, can you keep it up? Can you show Susan? I think it would be so nice if, oh, I moved again. Okay. Sorry. I think that it is so beautiful. And this is just my idea. And you guys may not agree with me, and that's totally okay. But all of the art, and all the activities that we've been doing, it's so nice that we could maybe give it to DHHSC and they could put them all together to make a mural. I know that some want to keep their art, that's fine, but maybe we could take a picture and put the pictures up at DHHSC, like a mural of pictures. I
Susan
don't
saying,
want to give mine. I want to keep mine after I paint it.
yeah.
But it would be really nice to take pictures and donate that picture to DHHSC.
And Susan is saying in response to Beth, I love that idea. I love your idea, Beth, with the idea of an explanation for every art display out there. I think about Taki and how she was saying about different photos. So what we can do is we can either have a video of you explaining your artwork. That's one good thing that we can do. Or another idea is, again, to write a description on the inspiration behind what you've created tonight. I love both of those ideas. And I think Jane and Beth, your explanations behind your art, it was beautiful. And Jamie is saying yes. Oh, okay. Yeah, it wasn't, I'm painting, it's wet. I am painting right now. One thing I wanted to do is, I wanted to show it to you earlier, but mine is kind of white and it's got some glitter on it. I've made the eye already. So that was one piece that I got completed.
Oh, yes.
I'm not, yeah, I'm waiting for it to dry. And I think tomorrow I'll draw on that, maybe with a black marker, kind of similar to Beth's idea, but mine's going to be a little bit different. No, I love you and your art,
I
but
love you too,
yeah,
Jamie.
but I'm just thinking, for me, I'm thinking about my family. Everybody talks around me, and I grew up very oral and speaking, and
Oh, me too, Jane.
we
Susan as
we
well.
we use home signs here. And so I'm the only one in my family, the only one in history. My dad's side, I'm not too sure about his lineage. I'm really not sure where this deafness came from, but I'm the only one in my family. And, I don't know if it's something I'm going to pass on to my children or not. You just don't know what the future holds. But I just feel really affected by all of that. I planned to go and get some DNA research
Yes,
done.
yes,
I really, really want to do that and figure out things. But my mom, I was just telling her, please, mom, please, let's do it for my birthday. Maybe can we get
yes,
that
that's
squared
a
away?
wonderful idea.
Yeah. What were you saying? Sorry, there's a change in the tiles, so I'm not sure if there was a comment made.
Yes, yes. I think it's so important that, for one, Jamie, that when you grew up with your family being the only deaf individual in your family, that situation and my situation were very different. And also, my children, they already had DNA tests and they found out that they have some deaf genes like I do. Some of them do. Plus, my children's father, comes from a strong deaf lineage. But for my family, I don't have that strong deaf lineage. But it's a different situation, Jamie, and from your situation and Jane's situation and my situation and Susan and Carol, we all have different life experiences. And what's important is that you share that love and that experience. And you learn that through sharing. People say, tell me, tell me, tell me. But growing up, really, there were lots of opportunities that we didn't have access to, and some things that we didn't understand.
Mm-hmm.
And our parents tried, I mean, every family's different. There's so many different reasons, so many different situations, of course. But I think that it's very important that we help paint the picture with our art of all of our experiences. I love to watch and see and learn, like through Jane's experiences growing up and through Jamie's experiences and Taki and Rosemary. I just loved, I mean, I'm still learning. I never will stop learning. It doesn't matter my age. I will always continue learning. Jamie, do you have a comment?
Yes. Whew, okay, I've been spotlighted. Wow. Here we go. Yeah, so my grandmother actually, she kind of did this evaluation on me. I was playing the piano and apparently I couldn't hear a thing. So I was just a quiet baby. She was making noise. And at the age of 6 months, she sat me down on the piano. I did not react at all. And then that's where they found out that I was deaf. And my grandmother, she was the one that was like, wait, what? What's going on? Yeah, so that's kind of the story they told me. And I said, are you serious, Grandma? And they said, yeah, that's how we found out you were deaf, because you just weren't responding to a real loud, noisy piano.
Yeah, I would sleep through sounds. They would, have loud things. I would just sleep right through it. They would put me on something and that had music, and I wouldn't even pay attention to the music at all. And that's how my grandmother was like, I think that she's deaf. That's how I was identified. And Beth saying, oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Susan, your turn. Susan.
Me? Oh, sorry. I was typing. I was chatting. Who is next? Anyone else? Anyone else? Jane, I can't with you. You're too funny.
So she's saying, I can share. Okay. Hello? Can I see Darcy's drawing or her art project? That's asking.
Oh, mine? Okay. You want to see me? Sure. This was me. I was doodling, and this was the inspiration that I came up with. I'm not sure if you can recognize the eye. So currently, this is the beginning, because I just can't take time to cut and paste. I was looking for the glue gun and it seems to have left the house. I'm not sure what happened, but we have a glue. Okay. Jane, what are you doing? Give me that. Okay, now you've decorated my camera. Listen, stop that. You're funny. And this is what I have to deal with, guys. Anyway,
I'm helping.
So this is just a base for me, the foundation. And what I want to do is I want to add some more to it. I want to paint it and have it basically leading. And once that's all done, that's when I'll put some manipulatives on there. I don't know, maybe I was thinking of the idea of power and how everything comes to us visually. Any information we take in comes in through the eye. So reading, writing, just a multitude of things, activities, all of that comes through via the eye. Our hands, I'm going to save and kind of cut those out later on, but this is what I was thinking. Let me just pull that over. So I've got these cut out in just different color, and it kind of has a texture to it. And I picked blue because Fresno State, right? Fresno State and the journey to being a student at Fresno State, the colors, thinking the idea that deaf can. And honestly, it was hard. And I thought it was going to be hard, but comes to find out it's pretty easy. You just have to take the time, roll up your sleeves, and put in the work. In the beginning, I mean, here I am, and I'm in a graduate level program, and it's pretty hard at times. I thought it was going to be challenging and tough and trials and tribulations, but it's just less work because I'm diligent, I'm motivated, I'm putting in the time, I'm growing, I'm learning and evolving every day. And I didn't always have that opportunity because I had to focus on my kids a while ago, and think about rules and things like that and expectations and what I could and couldn't do. I couldn't work and be a mom and be a wife and go to school. But now my kids, they're grown and they're telling us, you know, yes, you're deaf, but you can go to college. And my kids were young, and at the time I had to prove them wrong. And my kids are adults now and they get it, and they've accepted our deafness. Probably when my daughter was 11, the two boys didn't really have an attitude towards our deafness, but my daughter always thought that deaf could not do anything, right? Deaf can't. Until finally one day she realized, it took her 11 years of me teaching and working with her and not giving up on her and showing that I could. I was so upset, and I finally told her, Mom, no, that's wrong, because she was influenced by my parents who are hearing, and my parents just had the wrong attitude. So I had to separate that from her and her mindset. She had this fixed mindset that deaf people could not accomplish things. So I had to force this separation, work on my daughter, change her view on deaf people. Whereas now she's great and she's changed and she's blossomed and she's come to a point of acceptance, realizing that her parents are deaf and they're adults and they are fully functional, capable human beings. And I told her the way her grandparents think are wrong, that we as deaf community have culture and language and ideas. And I've got 3 beautiful children. My youngest now identifies as hard of hearing. And I told him, I accept you for who you are. You need to accept yourself in spite of your inability to hear. The important thing is understanding and acknowledging that understanding and assessing who you are and your identity. So that's one philosophy I teach to my children ever since at a young age, because I'm 45 right now. I'm in college. I'm in a graduate program. I'm not a young college student. I have a family, I have a husband, I have a life, and I thoroughly enjoy my college experience. Seeing so many young students view me however they do, that doesn't bother me, but I'm enjoying learning. I can't wait to teach. I learn from teachers. It's so interactive and it's been such a joy. So I encourage all of you here who want to go back to school, no matter what age, no matter where you are in your life, do it. The important thing is look for the information. It's out there. Roll up your sleeves, put in the work, commit yourself, whether it be improving your English, your writing, your literacy skills, whatever you're wanting to do, just do it. So that's my soapbox moment, and that's my story. Again, the I represents knowledge, and knowledge is power. And I want to do that and give back to the community.
Definitely. Thank you, Susan saying, and Beth is saying, oh, we love you, Darcy. And Darcy, you're right. It is a fact. It doesn't matter any age. Oh, everyone went away. Okay. So any age, it does not matter. Go for it. Go for it. Go to college. Go get educated. Never stop. Never, ever stop.
You're right.
Age is just a number. Keep learning, continue learning every day. There's always something to learn, right?
Uh-oh.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. We just timekeeper here. We've got about 10 minutes left until 7 p.m. So Sochi, where are you? Sochi, let's see. Okay. So Sochi does want to share something with you. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, everyone. Good evening again. I just want to say thank you so much. Thank you for being here tonight. I'm just so excited. I'm nervous. Now it's my turn and I have to talk. And okay, let me just breathe. my baby brother, he's deaf. And he was born deaf. And his twin is deaf. And so for me, thinking about my siblings and my parents, hearing people giving birth to a deaf child. Okay, how do I get this out? Sorry. My family, I have older siblings, and hearing parents, and my baby brother is deaf. And it's hard. Hearing these stories that everyone has been sharing, I just really, really hope that I'm always learning ASL. I mean, and I'm so sorry. I'm still learning, and I'm sorry that my ASL isn't the greatest. And everyone's saying, Soji, no, you're doing fine. What are you talking about? Keep signing, girl. But I'm just sad for my little brother. My family, they don't understand. And they're so hyper focused on the fact that he can't talk. But we've got Jaden. Sorry, we've got Aiden and Bentley. And those boys, no matter what, they just like the silence. They like being deaf. They're unfazed. But our family is very affected.
Oh yeah, that's so painful, Beth saying. Yes, that is so painful.
And I'm sad for that, because here I am and I'm learning, and I want my brothers to come and to talk with me and sign with me. And when I think about Bentley, this is his name sign. It's just kind of B off the temple.
Yes.
We sign, and sometimes he says, I'm mad and I'm confused and why is this happening? What's going, he comes to me with so many questions, and he's like, and I tell him, Mom just can't understand. And I don't know what to say sometimes. I just don't know. But I'm learning about deaf culture.
Oof, wow. That is wonderful, Darcy saying.
I'm learning how to sign, and I feel stuck sometimes, right? Sorry, there's that sign. It just came to me. I'm stuck sometimes. And I want to help facilitate and help my family communicate with one another. And I'm like I just feel like they ask me, but when you think about the family, we've got aunts and uncles and cousins, and they're all asking me these questions like, well, can they talk? Can he talk? Can he speak?
Oh, yes, Beth saying. Mm-hmm.
Why isn't he using his voice?
Yes, yes.
And I don't know how to answer that. I'm like, he can't, he doesn't want to. But my family just doesn't get it. They all are hearing.
Oh, yeah. And I have a comment. This is Beth. Wow, wonderful, wonderful. I have a comment, Susan. This is Beth.
And Darcy saying, Beth has a comment she wants to share.
All right. So, again, my name is Beth. And it's so hard to spell your name. Let's see. I see it. O-C-H. Okay, Sochi, this is your name sign. Okay, great. So let me tell you, you are not the only one. You're not the only person, you know. Um, from your whole family, if everybody's hearing, it is very, very, very important that you have communication with your brother. It doesn't matter if it's oral. It doesn't matter if you use sign language. It doesn't matter. The most important thing is that you have communication. If, you know, some dads and aunts and uncles, they want to sign or they don't want to sign, that's fine. You just have to make sure that, you know, he's looking at you when you're talking so that he can lip read you. And my two deaf children, when they were really small, I wanted them to do total communication with sign language and lip reading. And so my children went to school. They went to a program here in Fresno. And I would see other parents and the teacher as well, and the teacher of my two deaf children. And the teacher wanted me to introduce the parents, you know, the different types of parents. And when I would talk with them and let them see how I communicated with my children, how I talked and used sign language, and let the other parents observe me and my communication style. Because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you sign an ASL or C sign or, you know, oral, if you learn how to lip read and learn speech, it doesn't matter as long as you have communication. That's the key, communication. So all the parents that were in my children's classes would see us, see me and my family, and see how we had different communication. And some of them would freak out. They would be like, "Oh my gosh, my baby, they're deaf. Oh no, they can't talk, they can't hear, they can't." You just have to show them that, and that's so helpful. And that's so good that you have that, that you can be that example and show that sign language. It's so much better than it used to be. You're not the only one. You're not the only person. I know that it's painful. I get it. I know it's painful and it's saddening and breaks your heart. Um, you know, people just think, oh, they're deaf, and you know, it's so heartbreaking. But really, if you have to put that aside and think, I have two sisters and they're very different. One is my older sister, she's hearing. And then I have a second sister that's deaf. Okay. And then I'm the third. I'm the third one. So the younger two were deaf and the oldest one was hearing. But my parents, they wanted us all to be treated as hearing because my oldest was hearing. So my parents wanted us all to be treated as hearing children. But my deaf sister, that was older than me, she learned speech differently than I did. And it doesn't matter because as long as we have communication, that's what's key. It doesn't matter if the communication is the exact style that certain people want. So I hope that helps you feel better. Yes.
Yeah, it does. Thank you so much, Beth.
Oh, good. Yes. Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry. You will learn. You will learn to communicate. And deaf can do.
Mm-hmm.
So anyone else have any comments?
Yeah, we've got Jane. Jane's raising her hand.
I'm done.
And then Susan saying, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. Okay, wait, I'll let you go home then. 2 thumbs up for this presentation. So right now it's actually 7:01. We were done at 7. So what I want to do is I want to let the interpreters go. I want to respect their time. If anyone wants to stay for a little bit more time to maybe share your artwork or whatever the case may be, that's more than fine. We've got Lauren. She would love to show her artwork, but the interpreters are dismissed. We will have no more interpreting because it is 7:02. Thank you so much, interpreters, for the both of you for being here. Great job. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate you so much.
Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Okay.
Houston Children's Choir in 1989. How did you know that? My family sells the vinyl in our store. Riley's music at Christmas Jubilee. Riley's? Yeah. Wow, I haven't been there in years. I didn't even think it was still around. Yep. It sure is still there. Which part are you going? Enjoying your masterpiece. I will. And you enjoy that. Oh, believe me. I will. Merry Christmas. I heard the boxes of town. Yeah, everybody's shopping at that new plaza. So it's coming out here. Apparently some people don't even know we're still here. Hey, Bert. Oh, you see some steps. It's official. Wow. The only one something. What? What's up? It's an eviction notice. All of the buildings on the street have been sold. They're tearing down the Christmas tree lane to build Christmas for me and technology. Little book. So you're going to clean up this disaster zone? See my partner. There's also weird decorating my alley office with Christmas decorations with the palm trees outside. Well, we're all glad to have you back in corporate, especially your father. Speaking of which, we got a meeting with him at 5, so this Christmas is gonna have to wait. I guess so. When do they want us out? 90 days. We're offering cash incentive if we make it early. Looks like they found a loophole in our leases. Dad, we can't just pick up and move. We're literally hanging on as it is. Emma and I are holding the emergency station meeting tomorrow upstairs at the store. That's a good idea. But in the meantime, thanks, Dallas, but I just don't have much more appetite. So she better get going before it's tragic. Good night, Dad. We all should have bought these buildings in the 60s when we had the chance. What power do renters have? Yeah, I think we all really at least make a few. We can't just give up. This is our chance to really do something big and to make the city pay attention. Our only chance is the buyout. Christmas Tree Lane used to be the most bustling shopping district in town. We survived the Depression. There's great
Do the students want to share anything? You're closed.
We just have to get people back out here so that they can see it for themselves. So what we need are ideas for how we can raise awareness and do it fast. Ideas, folks. How about gift wrapping? How about the pouring truck? Yeah, I bet it's there. We just go over and take this Christmas tree line across the street with the front of the Christmas tree decorating companies. Every shop on the lane buys a tree from us and decorates it even for a shop. Fantastic idea. We had a vintage Santa with a photo booth, maybe like a little mini sleigh. Yes, I love that. I know someone at town, but I didn't think they could do a sleigh ride. Okay, that would be incredible. So I think the one thing we need though is something to tie all these events together. Some single perfect blockbuster event. Like holiday parade. We've done that. Yeah. Or a tree lighting ceremony. Okay. Or concert. On Christmas Eve. I love that idea. You could perform too. I'd be happy for Riley's just to host. We could bring people together to come down here from all over the city. The concert to save Christmas Tree Lane. What's that? Just this guy I met yesterday downtown. What's he do? Here's the idea. Go ask him. Hey. Checking to see if we are still here. Actually, I can't believe this. I wonder where that went. My name is Nick. Nick. doors down.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too.
And this place is famous for their holiday hot cocoa bar. It is right up your alley. And the smooth.
This is amazing. It's like a time capsule.
Since 1903, courtesy of my great-great-grandfather. He opened this place with a prayer and a song, literally.
Is that you?
No, that's my mom, Miriam. She used to run the store and talk upstairs.
She retired now?
No, sadly, we lost her about 5 years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She was a great lady. Her spirit keeps this place going. She is the heart and soul of Riley's.
I'm sorry. It's my boss slash father.
You work for your dad too.
Yeah. It's not like having a regular boss, right?
They know your strengths, your skills, your weaknesses.
Yeah, the added pressure of the future of the company riding on your shoulders.
That I understand. So what do you do, if you don't mind my asking?
Yeah, I'm an architect.
What brings you back to Denver?
My father owns a real estate investment firm here, and he's grooming me to take over for him on the management side for when he retires, trading my drafting table in for a desk.
You don't sound too thrilled about it.
Are those originals?
Most of them, yes. Oh, check this out. This is the choir that we were listening to at the plaza. It's one of the only vinyl copies remaining. What?
It's just so scratchy. I guess that's why people don't buy records anymore.
People do buy records, and those that don't are missing out. But the scratchiness, as you call it, those imperfections, that's what makes it real. It makes it special. Go deeper, really listen. Let the music surround you.
Okay.
The tonal balance is pretty near perfect. You can feel it, right? It's almost solid. You can't get that in a digital recording.
Between the music and the shop, I feel like I've traveled back into Christmas's past.
That's exactly what we're going for. You're welcome to take it home. Try it out for yourself.
Oh, no, I haven't unpacked yet, and even when I do, I still don't have a record player.
Well, lucky for you, we have a whole bunch of refurbished ones. And
So sorry about this.
your dad.
Yeah, I should go. I'm sorry. It's just end of year deadlines.
Hang on a second. Here. Borrow it. Take a little Christmas tree laying home with you. Sounds like you could use it.
It's very sweet, but I can't take this.
Just waiting to see if we can stop recording before we still says live.